Okay, this video is going to be on John Cena and his big announcement that WWE RAW Super Show is now going to be full 3 hours from July 23rd until, I know there's been a date, I don't know, but no details have really been said. I'm actually on the USA Network's Twitter right now, and they haven't said anything either. But I'll just read Cena's tweet. I'm sure you guys have heard by now, at least if you're on Twitter. And I quote, this is on John Cena's Twitter, approximately 4 hours ago, and it's currently 20 after 9. Starting in big capital letters, Monday night, July 23rd, USA Network will be adding a third hour to WWE Monday Night RAW permanently. And that's capitalized as well. Hashtag 3 Hour Raw. Now, the last 3 Hour Raw was supposed to be the draft edition, and I think it was a week or two before Extreme Rules. I think it was 2 weeks, could be one. And to be quite honest with you guys, that show just dragged because I missed the first hour already because I'm at work, so I always start watching at 9. And everything from, I remember Jericho and Punk's little sorority test where CM Punk strutted and did the alphabet backwards. That segment dragged, and that's pretty much the only thing I remember from that show. But a lot of the 3 hour shows have not lived up to the hype that they once were. I think a 3 hour show is meant to, I don't know, add that extra push to a huge pay-per-view like WrestleMania, for example, or a Royal Rumble or a SummerSlam or Survivor Series. Something along those lines where it's like that extra icing on the cake which will make the customer, the fan, buy into their pay-per-view. Having a 3 hour show every night is pretty much like TNA going head-to-head with Raw every week. It's not going to work. Sure, it might work for the beginning because they're going to do something huge, but how do you expect guys to really fill in those 3 hours when you can barely entertain for a proper 2 hours? This past week on Raw is a perfect example. What really stood out to be quite really that awesome besides the Big Show segment, which I thought was alright, but everything else just seemed to go completely downhill. And that's with 2 hours, and now you expect the fans to sit for another hour and just hope that people, that the crowd will be into it, that the wrestlers will pull through, because it's one, it's bad for the fan who's sitting at home or the fans who are sitting there because they endured about a half hour before that anyway. So that's 3.5 hours of complete wrestling, and that's not plus the dark match after that. So you're looking at about 4 hours of wrestling. That's not easy to sit through. And plus you got the wrestlers who are on the road every week, and they probably get little to no sleep, and then you want them to do a 3 hour Raw. It's pretty tiring. And I don't know, I just think it's do it once in a while, but every week is completely unnecessary. It kind of takes away the whole major show feeling when you do a really special one. Like if The Rock returns, hey, we're going to do a 3 hour Raw. That's special. When you just do one out of nowhere, or you do one every week, it doesn't make sense. There's no point to it. Just stick to 2 hours. The wrestling should be 2 hours only. It's not like wrestling's so hot right now that people are just wanting to see. You guys can barely pull off a 2.3, 2.4 rating, thinking in a time where you had the Austin era, you were looking at more of the 6 range, and then you got the Hogan era, which was 8 when you have Saturday night's main event and whatnot. So wrestling's just going downhill, and adding more time is, I don't know. I don't understand where this is coming from. It just doesn't seem like a right move. I think it's just more of selfishness, and hey, we have this time slot, might as well just give it to them. Not caring that it's just going to be total just murder to sit through. You're going to be pulling teeth, and it's going to be, I guarantee it won't be pretty. And that's all my thoughts. Leave you guys thoughts, and I'll see you. I was hoping this video, my next video would be on Sunday, but this is pretty big news. I was hoping Gemini 686 would keep my channel rolling. Him and his new hip video games. See, I'm playing some games too myself. But that's all. Anyways, see ya.